Good morning. Well, it is 8 o'clock on a Saturday morning. It is pouring down, absolutely bucketing it down. I'm off to park run with my partner, so we should have a good time. It's quite fun. I like running in the rain, actually. It's quite good fun. But it is going to be very cold and wet, and I'm going to need a hot bath afterwards, I think. Talk to you later.
Volunteers today. So parkrun doesn't happen without volunteers. Now Rayanne, I don't know if you're here now, yes?
Really slow run today, but it's actually turned out really nice. You can see the blue skies behind me. It's a beautiful day. So yeah, it's turned out really lovely. So I had a good run. I'm gonna go and have a cup of tea now. Hi guys, I'm back home now. Had a lovely time with my partner. We did park run. We usually, well no, it varies actually. Sometimes he runs with me and sometimes we run together. What do I mean? Sometimes he runs with me and sometimes he runs on his own because he's a lot faster than me. But today we ran together and it was really nice. I'm still really tired though. I did struggle today, but I still managed a reasonably good time. A couple of minutes slower than I usually did, but not too bad. So, and I was pleased I did it. I was really pleased I did it. Quite often when I haven't run for a while, I get very anxious about it and I worry that I'm not going to be able to run. You know, I'm not going to be able to do it again. I'm going to end up walking or something. So although it's only a week since I last did a run, before I had long COVID, I used to run virtually every day. So for me, 1 week between runs is a long time. And before going to Poland, we were actually even longer time before I'd done any running because I'd been poorly the week before. So it's always a bit of a nice surprise really when I manage to get round. So that's good. I am tired now though. I am really tired after that today. So not really much else to tell you. I've started a new pair of socks, so I thought I'd show you that. By the way, this is a bag I made. It's just got a plain sort of grey-blue interior and bottom base. And I love this shape of bag. It's like circular base. So it just sits up really nicely on its own. And then I've just put a drawstring through near the top, but not right at the top. So you've got something nice to get hold of to sort of pull it out. Okay, that's the idea. So I've now started a new pair of socks. I've not got very far with it. That was the yarn bath that came out when I started doing them. So it's actually coming up really nicely. I like this colour. So this is the actual colourway, and it's by Serdar, and it's called Heart and Soul. And it says it has a free sock pattern inside, although I haven't looked on that must be on the back of the ball band, but I haven't looked because I follow my own pattern. And it is 75% wool and 25% nylon. And this shade doesn't actually have a name, it's just 165. But it's really pretty, isn't it? I really like this sort of mixture of, it's kind of teal, dark grey, light grey, bit of blue, and this is a kind of a cerise pink. Doesn't show up terribly well in this light, but I always like to have a pair of socks on the go. They're just like, if ever you need to go to a hospital appointment or doctors or dentist, or you know, even if you're just waiting in a really long line for something, if you can just pull that out, it's really handy. It's another reason why I like this bag, because I can have the ball in the bag, and then I can just slip it over my wrist and then just knit like that. So I can stand in line. And obviously, you know, when we were at the height of COVID and we had a lot of people had to queue outside shops and weren't all allowed in at the same time, we did a lot of queuing, didn't we? Queuing to go into the supermarket and stuff, I remember. So it was quite handy just to have that with me. It just, I think more than anything, it makes me more patient, I think. It means I'm not worrying so much about, getting bored or getting antsy or thinking, I could be doing something much better with my time. So I quite like having that with me. So I did a little bit of that while we were watching a bit of TV this afternoon. So that was nice. I'll show you my mug. This is my Kath Kidston mug. And if I turn it round, of course it's backwards to you, but anyway, it says love on it. So I do love this mug. I like the sort of chintz print from Kath Kidston. They don't really do much of it now these days, do they? But I really like it. So I only got back here about 8 o'clock, I think. So yeah, it's quite later on in the evening now. And tomorrow is Sunday, so I've got church in the morning, and then I really need to knuckle down and get my college work done. It's starting to weigh on my shoulders now, you know. I really need to stop avoiding it and just get on with it and do it. Part of it is I need to oh gosh, I lost my train of thought there. I need to prepare because I've got an assessment on Tuesday, so it's not like I can go, I'm just a bit late handing my homework in. It's like, no, the assessment's today, I need to be prepared. And we're doing it in a group as well, so I need to do my bit. So I don't want to be that person, you know, who doesn't pull their weight and doesn't do the work. It's not really on, is it? So I need to get on with that tomorrow. I think probably in between doing that and then taking breaks and then going back to it, that's probably going to take me most of the rest of the day. But I do want to, I've got a couple of pumpkins, which my youngest and I are going to carve, I think. So I really want to do that as well tomorrow as well. So I might do that when we have a bit of a break at some point. And that's about it really. So again, really short vlog today. Not much to tell you. Had a really good run. Had a really nice time with my partner. Really missing him again now. It's really hard. We live about 30 miles from each other. Yeah, we live about 30 miles from each other. We're both single parents, full-time parents, and so our time is not really our own. And we have to, and we've always said as well, we always put the children first. So although they're all older, they're all sort of in their teens and 20s, they still need their parents around. So, you know, they're old enough that we can go off for the weekend for a few days, and I can go and stay over every so often. But, you know, they still need us there. They still need our moral support. They still need practical support. They still need meals making so they don't end up just living on beans on toast and stuff. Although I'm really not great at making meals anyway, because that's just something I find really hard with my energy levels. But yes, won't be like that forever, but for now that's just the way it is, and we see each other not that often, and yeah, it's just the way it is really, isn't it? We've just got to put up with it really until they get older and move out, and then we can do our own thing. But times like this I find it really hard when, you know, we've had some time together and then, you know, we have to go our own separate ways and look after our own kids. So yeah, it is what it is. I always say that, don't I? But it's true. just that's what life is like. And I don't mind. I certainly don't resent my kids for me having to spend time with them. Not at all. You know, I love them very dearly, and I'm sure it won't be that long before, you know, they're off doing their own thing, and, you know, they don't want to spend time with their mum. So, you know, it's nice to enjoy it while they still do. But I do miss having a partner around all the time. So, but there we go. Right, that was a bit depressing, wasn't it? Bit of a depressing end to the video today. I'm going to go. I'm having my cup of tea. You see my cup of tea. I'm going to finish this, and then I'm going to. What am I having? I think this one's called Feel New. This is also a pucker tea. I'm trying to decide what it's got in it. Fennel, I think. Tastes really nice. I'm going to finish my cup of tea, and then I'm going to go and finish knitting my gauge square for my sweater that I showed you yesterday with the ruffle around the neck. I'm super excited about knitting that. I've still got to do this toy though, this teddy. I've now done one half of the body, and then I'm halfway through the second half, if you see what I mean. And then I've got the head and which is about, I think the head is only 2 pieces, might be 3. I've got the head, the snout and the ears to do, and then I've got to make it up. So I'm probably about halfway through, I think. But I find actually, because I'm knitting it on 2.25 needles and it's DK yarn, it's actually really tough on my fingers, and I've actually got a callus on my finger. You can't really see it, so I'm not going to show you for sympathy. So it's actually really tough on my fingers, so actually pulling the stitches through and things. So I just thought, well, actually, I really do need to be knitting something else on slightly bigger needles, just to give my hands a break from just knitting things on tiny needles. Because obviously I've got that toy, and then I've got my socks as well. So I need some. That's my excuse. I need to change. I need to change from that. You can see I've been away because my hair's all flat. That's what it's like if I don't do it with curling tongs. It also needs a cut. It's far too long, isn't it? I just chop it myself with the scissors. I've asked a friend to do the back, but I need to sort out a date when she can do that as well. Right, I'm going to go before I start waffling on about nothing else, making it even more boring. I shall see you tomorrow. Bye bye.